Hi ladies, it's me again, Crystal, and I'm back to do a video on concealers. Now, I do just have a very little bit of concealers because I've tried several, and if they don't work for me, I return them. I'm not going to lie, I don't like to have a bunch of stuff within my collection that I just don't find work. However, I'm going to go over some of the concealers that I have. I'm going to go through both lower end drugstore, beauty supply store to higher end concealers that I've tried and go over just a couple tips that I have about using concealers. Alright, so the first one I'm going to start off with, we're just going to start on the cheaper end first. So the first one that I really like and really enjoy, and if you aren't if you're on like a budget and you're not trying to spend a lot on concealers, I find these are good. And this is the LA Pro concealer, and this one is in the color, is it Toffee? Now this isn't necessarily my color, this is more for my kit actually, but I did pull it out. Now these are really comparable to the MAC Pro Longwear concealer, and I even say there's a little more coverage. Oops. A little more coverage, so I would say this is really good. And I know in terms of Toronto it's a little harder to find, but I have found them in some smaller stores as well as a couple of beauty supplies. So if you're in the Toronto area and you do want to know where you can get these, definitely comment down below and I can tell you exactly where I have seen them. Otherwise, you can go ahead and order them online. That's what I did. I believe it was Cherry Culture that I ordered them from, and I like these concealers because not only do they have very light colors to very dark, they have a huge lineup of various colors that can fit the lightest of light Caucasian to the darkest of dark black, and they have various undertones. They have yellow undertones as well as red undertones, and I find that is something that's sort of hard to find with a lot of concealers that are out in the market. So this is a really good one. The applicator is a brush, so I don't particularly use it like that. I would just put it on my face and then use my beauty blender or my fingers or a brush to blend it out. However, it is really good. Like, this is a solid product, and I believe it's only like a $2 or so. So I mean, you can't beat that. You really cannot beat that. So this is definitely worth checking out if you have it in your area or you want to order them and have access to this. My second recommendation is this one. This is by MAC Cosmetics, and it is the Pro Conceal and Correct palette. I have it in dark, so it does have a variation of NC and NW, and it does have correction, so color correction, so it's really good. Like, I would say this is good for someone that not only freelances, but I do think it's good for someone to use personally. Like, I don't use this in my kit. I actually use it for myself. It's really good because you can not only mix colors, so if you are having a hard time finding concealers that are not exactly in the shade that you want or the undertone you want, this is a really good investment. Now, as you see, it does have the 4 colors. I believe these are NW45 and C45 and C50 and NW55, so it is dark. They do have palettes that are for lighter skin tones as well, so you can always check that out. And I do like the 2 correction colors. Now, I do now watch videos on how to correct and conceal, because if you do have a lot of dark blemishes or you do have discoloration, and a lot of a lot of black women or darker skin tone tend to have discoloration all over the face, it's very good for concealing that and correcting that before you put your concealer on, I should say. So this is really good. It's a very flexible palette. In my opinion, it's worth every dollar. I use this particularly just to cover blemishes. It creases under my eye, so I don't recommend it for that, but it doesn't crease under everyone's eye. But I have really wrinkly like under eyes, so that is how this is my favorite. This is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and I have talked about this in a few videos, I'm sure. I have it in the color NW45. I actually don't do the highlighting thing. I don't know. I can't do it right. It doesn't look right on me, so I don't do it. I just get the color that matches my skin tone. I just want to look more on the natural end. This one comes in a pump. I know my pump is disgusting. I probably shouldn't show you it. So I don't really particularly like the packaging because I find now that it's closer to the bottom, it's harder to get out. Sometimes it does spew out a little more product than is actually needed. However, it does not crease. So if you have wrinkly under eye like me, if you just are looking for something that doesn't budge, if you are just looking for something with decent coverage, this is definitely the product for you. I would definitely recommend going to MAC and getting a sample of it and seeing how you like it. But I really like this, and I feel like a little goes such a long way. Like, you literally need one pump and it covers your under eye and can cover blemishes too, and it does not crease. So very excellent product. I really like it. It's going more on the higher end spectrum, but another one that I have is from Josie Maran. I know it looks beat up, you can't even see the name, but this is Josie Maran. She's a lady that does all the argan oil and stuff, and this is infused with actual argan oil, and I like it. It's definitely a thicker consistency. It might be a little thicker for what I need it for, but if you do need a lot of coverage or you have discoloration again, this is a good product for you. If you have darker under eye circles or darker, like, you know, in this area, the mustache or anything like that, really, really good. It has the peach correction shade, which is excellent for darker skin tones. I actually watch this YouTuber Destiny Godly. Like, she does some really wicked videos on using correctors, and very helpful. Correctors are our friend. Like, concealer can't do it all in some situations, and a peach corrector on darker skin tone or orange correctors are what we need to make the skin tone look more brightened and conceal. So then it has both, as you can see. The only thing for this, it's a little on the thicker edge, like it's very thick consistency, so you definitely need to warm it up either on the back of your hands or use a beauty blender to buff it out. I don't find that it creases for me, but I do always set it, and actually I'm going to go ahead and show you some different options to go ahead and set the concealer so it doesn't budge. But this is Josie Maran. I got this at Sephora. It's a good product. The last one I'm going to show, this is the newest one to my collection. This is Estee Lauder's Double Wear Stay in Place Flawless Concealer. As you see, it's in the tube, and it has a doe foot applicator so that you can just place it on, and I like the idea of that. I did try it out in the store, and it was really nice. This is in the color Extra Deep, and it's supposed to cover any blemishes and can be used under your eye. I haven't really played with it that much to really say if it works or it doesn't work, but from what I sampled now the several times I've been in the store, I really thought, hey, I need to go ahead and pick this up and give it a try. Just, you know, just to expand the collection, not for any particular reason, just being greedy. In terms of setting your concealer, then now that's a really big thing. If you know you're going to be out for a while, you want your concealer to be in place and set and locked and loaded. Now there's a couple products you can use. This is MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in Deep Dark, so you can just dust it over your actual concealer and use it to set it in place, especially on the face. In terms of under eyes, or again over the face, this is my MAC Prep and Prime, and this is really good for setting. And you know, it doesn't give you that white cast as long as you use it very sparingly and don't overdo it, but it is just a white powder, and you just use a fluffy brush and go under your eyes, and this will go ahead and set your concealer right in place. Again, use it sparingly. Another setting powder that you can always go ahead and take a look at is the Ben Nye translucent face powder. Now I'm sure if you watch YouTube, you have seen this Ben Nye powder mentioned countless amount of time. Topaz, this is good for setting your under eye area. You really will not see any creasing occur when you use this product. It's only $5. There's a lot of product within it. Use a fluffy brush and go under your eyes, and that will set your concealer for the day. So those are the concealers that I have in my stash thus far and that I do enjoy. If you do want me to do a review on the Estee Lauder one when I do start using it a little more, definitely let me know. If you have any recommendations for me or any questions, again, leave those down below. And thank you once again for watching my videos. I hope that you have a good day. Bye.